Good evening, I'm Shane Jones, leading the news at 7. Over 24 students and teachers of the Luther Thorne Memorial School had to be transported to hospital after they reportedly had trouble breathing. Our Sharika Griffith visited the scene and filed this report.
The presence of ambulances and police vehicles on the school's compound made it evident that something was wrong. Police say the problem began when smoke from a nearby fire blew into the school, causing a total of 12 teachers and 16 pupils to complain for respiratory discomfort. Officials eventually closed the school, but students were not allowed to leave the premises unless accompanied by a parent or guardian. When CBC arrived on the scene, parents were observed collecting their little ones and hastily leaving the compound. One parent, Janelle Marshall, whose son is an asthmatic, says she rushed to the school after getting a call from another parent.
Well, basically they just said that you need to come and get the kids. They didn't really specify why. So I just got in my car and rushed and came and got him.
Because it's a half day from school.
Well, a little bit of panic because, you know, hearing to come and get the kids and not being told why, a little uneasy, but as you can see, he's fine.
Nirvana Jordan says she got a call that her child's teacher had fallen ill as a result of the smoke. She believes people who indiscriminately light fires should be held accountable.
I was an asthmatic growing up, and I think it's something should be done. A law should be passed. There was this guy, I don't know if it was, don't remember his name right now, a Calypsonian. I heard that he was actually advocating to have a law passed, and I think it's high time that this stop, because obviously it's making people ill and we don't need any more sick people.
Emergency personnel were seen moving back and forth with breathing apparatus used to treat the affected people. 7 people were transported to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, while 17 were treated on the scene. 4 others were referred to the polyclinic for medical attention. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Thanks, Sharika. Police are tonight conducting investigations into a serious disturbance which occurred sometime around midday at a secondary school in St. Michael. The incident resulted in a 17-year-old student receiving several lacerations to his right hand, which also resulted in one of his fingers being completely severed and another being partially severed. Sometime around 11:50 a.m., a group of students at the school became involved in an altercation in the canteen during the lunch break. As a result of this altercation, the 17-year-old victim received several chops to his right hand from a cutlass. He was subsequently transported to the QEH by ambulance for medical attention. Investigations are continuing. Barbados' agricultural industry is about to enter an intense transformation process. According to Agriculture Minister Dr. David Estwick, the industry is going digital with the introduction of the Barbados Agricultural Development and Marketing Company's Value Chain Services. It's a move he expects will improve the relationship between the suppliers of agricultural products and consumers. Kareem Smith has more.
The move is expected to address fundamental challenges faced by small Caribbean farmers when competing with larger, more organized first world producers.
The fact of the matter is that what happens is that our agriculturalists produce food and sometimes nobody knows that he has it. And this has been a problem plaguing not only Barbados but the region in general.
But the ministry and the BADMC are taking steps to bridge the gap between local producers and consumers. It comes in the form of an internet-based sales platform called the Agricultural Commodities Forum. Through it, farmers registered with the ministry will be able to offer their products for sale to any buyer across the world who is also registered in the system.
Your supermarkets, your restaurants, your guest houses, your hotels, your manufacturers and so on can also uplink what it is they are looking for in any agricultural produce, and then also in regards to fisheries. That connection in a real time and in a primary way between the farmer and the marketplace will transform agriculture in Barbados. I don't want to hear a supermarket says to me that they don't know where to find yams. Because if there are 5,000 yam producers in Barbados, somebody producing the yams you want. And if the same thing is for chicken, The same thing is for pumpkin, squash, etc., etc.
He says the online trading platform is being tested in the ministry and some technical issues related to the program's speed need to be ironed out. Officials also unveiled the packaging house where produce will be received and processed prior to distribution. It's expected to be fully operational in about a month. In addition, a market information system will be launched to assist with market research. These are among a host of initiatives in the government's continuous push to create a more viable agricultural industry for our farmers. Kareem Smith, CBC News.
Okay, we'll take a short break here and come back with news from the Senate.
It started with my love for making things. That became a business. And when I wanted to expand, I chose a partner that could help me build on my vision. A partner that made growing my business easier with fewer steps. That's banking that starts with me.
It starts with you. Scotiabank.
Hi, we are Rum & Co. And we want you to know that all of us play a part in tourism.
I am tourism.
I am tourism.
I am tourism.
Tourism is our business. Let's all play a part. A message from the Barbados Tourism Product Authority.
Moving forward together.
Barbados, this November 29th. Get ready for Barbados is Music Volume 2. Be at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium to witness the Big Bad Splash Band. 4 Daily People featuring Peter Brand, Magnet Man, and Jacob. Special guest appearance by Nikita, Alex Gay, Cheyenne, and Waukee. DJs Malcolm X and the X-Clan, DMZ, and the Chihuahua Businessman. November 29th, Sir Garfield Sobers Complex. Barbados is music. Be there.
Let's celebrate Barbados and tune in to CBC TV 8 for live coverage of the 51st Annual Independence Parade, Thursday, November 30th at 6:45 a.m. and streaming on cbc.bb.
God knows what he was doing when he put Independence Day on Thursday because he don't plan to stand in this house. Me and the 2 grands going down Pirate School for Q-Fest. Them going in the kids zone with them jumping tents and them things so. And I going to line dance and have some fun playing games. Don't worry, I still able. I making sure we belly full cause all sort of food both there. And then going back home cause you see, I got to change and put on my good dress for the dance at Blue Moon. And the $10, can't forget the $10 to get in. Cute kids, cute in the community, and a cute dance. Cute good for me. Remember, the cute dance is $10. Everything else free, you hear?
Coming up.
Drumming my pain with his fingers.
One of them got up, I met him halfway across the floor.
That will always is his happy, inseparable. So if your new love isn't it true love?
Coming to TV8 Saturday nights at 7:30, the all-new TV reality talent show. CBC Standard Carry Your Own Key. Brought to you in association with our proud partners, Sky Mall, Days Books, Ace Pharmacy, Diamonds International, and Standard Distributors, where quality is a lifestyle.
Long lines at the Barbados Licensing Authority could soon be a thing of the past as the Ministry of Transport considers adopting an appointment-style system at the Essential Department. According to Minister Michael Lashley, the matter is being worked on by the Chief Licensing Officer. He made the revelation during his wrap-up of debate on the road traffic bill in Parliament. Discussions are also underway with the Data Processing Department to move towards the payment of licenses and other provisions under the Road Traffic Act online.
be looking at that, sir. Hopefully we can get that work easily so that we can ease, sir, the traffic up there, and so that Barbadians can spend more time. And all that loss of good and productive things, sir, can be put to other use, sir.
Given the large number of vehicles on the nation's roads, Mr. Lashley says the powers of traffic inspectors will have to be increased.
Because they do not have the power that we would like them to have, because even in Jamaica under the legislation, sir, the transport inspectors, they have very serious powers, sir. They have powers of arrest, they can seize, sir, they can do a number of things, and that is where we want to go. That is where we want to go. We have to look, sir, how we're going to impound these vehicles, particularly in relation to abandoned vehicles. Again, we put a clause in there to protect the rights, sir, of any person, because you're saying that we give the person reasonable time to come forward, a reasonable time and notice to come forward to claim their property.
The bill was later passed and cited the Road Traffic Amendment Act. The outpouring of tributes to the late Sir Clifford Husbands continued today in the Senate. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Senator Maxine McLean, while offering her condolences to the family of Sir Clifford, described the former Governor General as a gentleman with a sense of humor. She says he exemplified the best of what it means to be Barbadian.
We have, at the passing of Sir Clifford Strawn Husbands, lost a very distinguished citizen, one who understood the importance of serving country and committing, in the process of serving country, committing to excellence, in transferring those commitments to his immediate family, but by his example to the nation that he eventually led as Governor General.
Meanwhile, Leader of Opposition Business in the Senate, Jerome Walcott, reflected on Sir Clifford's qualities.
His was 15 years of service characterized by dignity, charm, competence, gravitas, and a strong sense of national duty. He easily maintained the honor associated with that office. And from all indications, he was a stickler for punctuality and decorum and the maintenance of standards, something which we find lacking in our society these days, regrettably.
Former General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Senator Sir Roy Trotman, said Sir Clifford contributed to the labor movement during his tenure in office.
Sir Clifford was careful to want to discover what we were going to do beyond what we had done before to ensure that the lives of those people whom we all loved became better lives, where the efforts became efforts to make the country greater, and where we concerned ourselves not with the interests only of a limited few, but where we concerned ourselves with the interests of the vast majority of people.
Senator Dr. Esther Bayer-Suku is pleading with Barbadians to stop dumping indiscriminately. She says this would prevent events like the Weston St. James floods of 1995 from reoccurring. The Labour Minister made the comments during a resolution to abandon the compulsory acquisition of the land in Weston following the floods.
It is okay for us to get up and say, the government should do this, the government should do that, the government should do the next. When we dispose of plastics and the food cartons and so on from our fast food, and they go in the drains, or they even go into the ocean and damage our reefs, or they go into the marshes and damage the marshes. And of course we know that it is those marshes too that help to protect and prevent the flooding that we would see on land. All of these activities, Madam President, we actually have seen people do, not mindful of the fact that they have a way of coming back to bite us.
After the break, former U.S. President Bill Clinton supports funding for hurricane-hit Caribbean islands.
Honey, this kitchen needs painting.
Why not the whole house?
We hitting the jackpot at Berger Paints.
Enter to win free paint in one of 7 prizes in the Anson McCall Lucky 7 jackpot worth $140,000. Just spend $100 at Brighton Stokes, Brighton's Express and Stationery, Brighton's Insurance Standard, MQI, Berger Paints, or Consolidated Finance. Enter your code online at www.ansonlucky7jackpot.com for your chance to win. See website for full details.
It's your favorite time of year again when everyone is cleaning and fixing and painting. So, are you holiday ready? Harris Paints is celebrating 45 years of color. Get 45% off all Perma products, 30% off all Ultima Plus, and many more. Plus, for every $50 you spend, you get a chance to win a grand prize of $10,000 cash. You can also win one of 45 prizes of Farmer's Choice hams, gas and grocery vouchers, and Harris gift cards. Get holiday ready with Harris Paints, the Caribbean champions of color.
Upgrade to Digicell's Quick Pick Bundles. Save big on data. Get data and get unlimited WhatsApp messaging and Digicel talk. Pick a 1-day bundle, a 7-day bundle, or for the best value, a 30-day bundle. Save money every single day. Pick the bundle that's right for you. Go to My Digicel app or dial *246 to buy a Quick Pick bundle today. Digicel.
Help support the restoration efforts for the hundreds of thousands affected by catastrophic hurricanes. Donate to the Red Cross Hurricane Relief account at any branch of the following: CIBC First Caribbean, account number 10011633436. First Citizens, 500-900-00588. RBC Royal Bank, 210-05073. And Republic Bank, 01804-153-1001. Monies raised will be sent to the International Red Cross for its restoration work for affected persons. Appeal closes 30th November 2017. Persons wishing to post checks should make these out to Red Cross Hurricane Relief Appeal Account and post to Barbados Red Cross Society, P.O. Box 300 Bridgetown, or hand deliver to the Red Cross Warrens Headquarters. The Barbados Red Cross and commercial banks, on behalf of the victims of catastrophic hurricanes, thank all persons and businesses for their contributions.
Tick tock, tick tock.
November 25th. Tickets available at CBC The Pine, Superstyle Shoe Shops at Sky Mall and Bridgetown.
Across the Caribbean, brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean.
Former U.S. President Bill Clinton says he's been a longtime friend of the Caribbean. He welcomed the regional approach in securing funding to rebuild hurricane-ravaged islands.
Even though the facts are different and the funding mechanisms have to be different. I was in Puerto Rico yesterday trying to navigate the mind-numbingly complicated issues there. But I think if you look at just since I've been involved with the United Nations in handling disasters, which goes back to the tsunami in 2005, and later in Haiti, we've learned quite a bit which could be tested out here much more quickly. We now have sustainable development goals that call upon us to conquer every demon on earth.
Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett painted a stark picture of the extent of damage in his country as a result of Hurricane Maria. He says it came as Dominica recovered from the ravages of Tropical Storm Erica. He notes that given the strides made in the past, any delayed response to the challenges brought by Maria could lead to a reversal of the island's success.
poverty rates could increase, and our efforts at achieving the Sustainable Development Goals could be hampered. We therefore need to move quickly with the implementation of priority projects and programs. There must be delivery mechanisms that eliminate layers of bureaucracy between donors and beneficiaries, that shortens the distance between the two, so that there can be responsive feedback and more immediate removals of what may be external issues and local obstacles.
A family in Tobago is now thankful after a 15-year-old schoolgirl was rescued from suspected kidnappers. According to reports, the girl, who was on her way to school, missed the bus and accepted a lift from a silver Nissan vehicle, believing it was a taxi. There were 3 male occupants at the time. Reports are the vehicle went off course into a forested area and landed in a ditch. Eyewitnesses say Bloody Bay villagers saw what the vehicle and went to help those believed to be in distress. They became suspicious when they discovered the girl dressed in a school uniform. They later accosted the 3 men and handed them over to the Roxborough police.
Across the Caribbean, brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean.
We'll have a sports update for you next, but before we get there, here's a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
Drivers should desist from proceeding through the red light and should be reducing speed when the traffic light turns to amber. Cooperators General, promoting safety on our roads.